Morning to Neil, this is Braden from Pacific Toyota here in Cairns. Just doing a quick virtual tour as promised on our 2019 Toyota Corolla, the Ascent Sport Hybrid, sitting here in front of me. Was only $29,990, just been reduced now to only $28,490 drive away. So all your stamp duties, transfers, everything all included. I understand you are down south, but just a bit of an idea. We're obviously Pacific Toyota here in Cairns, so we're lucky enough to have two massive big pre-owned yards up here. I'm currently at 235 Mulgrave Road. You can see our Toyota and Lexus showrooms up the hill, our service drop-offs down the road, and as you can see, we are absolutely jam-packed here at the moment. Turning over a little bit over 200 cars means we've got to pretty much use every inch of the place, but we're lucky enough to have another yard up at 77 Mulgrave Road there as well. So it means we get some awesome cars just like this little hybrid here. Excellent service history. Was obviously pre-owned through the rental side of things. There's only a couple sort of rental companies that we do use. It's just the ones that actually look after them correctly and service them properly how they should be. So the whole idea of this video basically is to take you through the whole car, any little blemishes and that kind of thing. I'll highlight them for you, just to show you as well. It obviously is that pearl white that you can see in the sun there too. So looking very clean across the bonnet, looking very tidy as we come across here. Sort of not a lot to show you just yet. Just sort of one or two little stone chips that have already been touched up on the bonnet there. I'm not sure if you can see them in the video, but if you can't, let me know. But they've just been touched up there. Otherwise, very clean through here. Tiny little sort of hairline one there and there, but I reckon a little bit of polish might sort of get that out for you as well. And as we come across the front, very tidy across the front end here. Obviously the blue badge for the hybrids. And I did kick these wheels out because I wanted you to be able to see the rims there too, and the tyres as well. So incredibly clean across those wheels there. Being the Ascent Sports, we've got these nice alloys. So absolutely heaps of tread left on there, as you can see. Little indicators just down in there, so absolutely stacks left on those ones. And very tidy through the inside there. Trying to get the camera in so you can see it as well, but very clean through the inside. All our cars we of course guarantee, so no write-offs, no flood damage, hail damage, any of that kind of stuff. No chips in the windscreen there either, or cracks. And same thing just down to the tyre on the passenger side now too. Absolutely heaps of tread left in there too. And very tidy across that rim as we come up over it. So just the one key with this one as well at the moment, so central locking. So battery in there, the genuine hybrid Corolla key as well. Beauty of the Ascent Sports and the hybrids as well. You've got the keyless entry, so I've got the keys in my pocket. We've got these two little lines on the door handle there that's going to lock the door. As soon as we go away, come back, put the hand in there, it's going to open that door for us as well. So you got that on both the driver's side and the passenger side front doors. So it makes life really nice and handy if you're trying to juggle groceries and all that kind of thing. A little tiny bit of a sort of wear there. I'd say someone's watch maybe just resting against it, something like that. But very, very faint. Just trying to be as picky as we possibly can for you too. Very clean through the inside here as well. Right across that dash. Inside here too. Those beautiful Ascent Sport seats. In the upgraded shaped Corollas, of course. And down into the back there too. Very nice through there. Show across that roof there as well. So very clean down here. Just trying to show you the body of the car there too, so you can see yourself. Just no dents or anything like that. Fuel release, of course, here. Looking very tidy through that back door here as well. I just noticed there's a little chip just there and there. I'd say it's probably caught another car or something like that, or a garage wall potentially, but they've already touched that up too. So just on there. And then through the obviously the passenger side rear door, we've got some child locks on both the rear doors here too. Central locking the whole way around. Window locks, electric windows the whole way around there of course too. A little bit of storage in the back there, good for the kiddies. We've got a little argument separator there as well with the cup holders. These seats are a 60-40 split, so this side drops down, giving you that 40% child anchor point there, and then that side's the 60% that drops down. You've got two child anchor points on there as well. So we've got the little ISO fixes points down there as well in the seats. So I'll fold that down. We've got a little parcel shelf in the back that does just pop out like that. But I will take that out in just a second because I want to show you the amount of boot space that's in there without it. Very clean through here. Tiniest little bit of gutter rash went in the outside on that one. But for a 2019. This thing is just so tight, even right across the actual bumper there too. To the rear bar. Got a little reverse camera hidden up under there. So that's that little parcel shelf. So again, that just hangs onto those little ropes on either side. You pop those off and that'll come straight out. You get that 60-40. Like I said, so 1, 2 and 3 child anchor points in there. We've got little tight end points there, and down here on both sides as well. Got a little platform there, so you've got the jack and tools all around the outside there as well. Absolutely stacks of tread look on that. Looks like it has never been used as well. So the space over there to be able to give us all that extra room in the back. So pretty tidy up through there too. Across that back window. Through the roof. So very tidy down the driver's side now too. Again, just a tiny little bit of sort of gold rash just there and there, but not too bad. Behind the handles, I just noticed as well, tiny little bits of like those fingernail or the ring marks just from people sort of catching the handles, just those common ones. Very clean through here. So again, fold that one forward and you get that massive amount of space through the back there. It's a really nifty boot. Did just notice, where is it? There's a very tiny, about the size of the tip of your pen, a little PDR, so just a little sort of, just kind of like pushed in a little bit. But very hard to notice unless you're sort of looking on the right angle. Finally, just the driver's door now too. Again, little stone chip there that's obviously been touched up in the past. In there as well. Keyless entry again on this side too. Little tiny bits of sort of scuffing just there. I'd say from the driver just jumping in and out. Obviously the highest sort of trafficked area of the car. Same with on the floor, just a little sort of wear there. We've got the height adjustment here too, so short people like me, you can sit there and crank that right up. And we also got the adjustment for the backrest there as well. So I'm just going to jump in. So being the hybrid, we've got a push button start on the Ascent Sports. So a little blue button on there in the ignition. It gives you a little reminder up on the dash there. So push the brake pedal and the brakes and the ignition switch to start it. So foot on the brake, push that button. And that's on. So obviously being the hybrid, there's no ignition or anything like that when it kicks on. Just turn that aircon down and the volume down there for you. Alrighty, so only, try and get that sunlight, the glare out of the way, only 60,049 kilometers. So no engine lights, no dash lights, nothing like that. Absolutely awesome little setup in here. Not due again for another service until 75,011 up there. We do have the service history in here, so I was just jumping in the aircon. All your books, manuals, everything's on the inside there too. So all services have done through Thrifty. So with the hybrids, you've only got to do these every 15,000 or 12 months. So all through Thrifty there as well. So one at 14, one at 32. Looks like they didn't stamp the 45, but I can just about guarantee that that'll be there. I'll double check with my buyer. And then the last one through us. So when they come in, if they're due for a service, we get them done. But I'll just confirm that that 45,000 kilometer service, but I can just about guarantee that it definitely is there. Otherwise, incredibly clean across the actual dash here as well. Massive big touchscreen display up here. You got that little reverse camera in the back that I was talking about, so that they angle it so you can physically see the actual back bumper there too. So you should never should obviously come into contact with anything behind you, because you can physically see the back of the car. That little red line is about a foot away from the back of the car, so a nice safe distance, so you can back up to other cars, walls, things like that. And it's a nice area where you can actually open the boot still, walk between it, all that sort of stuff as well. Big touchscreen display here, like I was saying. So we've got the little home button up here. It's going to bring you to here to your favorites every time. So we can jump straight into the music side of things. We've got a little display up there for the how the hybrid works. So basically whether it's charging the battery, whether it's running off the engine, of course, or whether it's using just the battery itself. And then of course your timestamps and things like that as well. So you can customize that on what you want up here. Otherwise you just click into one of them, brings it to a full screen menu there. So we can jump between obviously your Bluetooth, AM, FM radio, all that kind of stuff, and all your preset stations down there. So real nifty one there. Little menu button's going to bring you into that, so that's where all your settings and everything else is through there too. Aircon's obviously down here. We've got independent climate control, so the passenger side here is totally independent to the driver's side. So if the driver's sitting here freezing their guts off, they can turn the heater right up, and the passenger can turn theirs all the way down as well. So completely independent there too. Fan speed's just in the middle here, so you can crank that right up. This is very cold aircon at the moment, the beauty of Toyotas. We won't let a car out of here that doesn't have it. Heaps of storage down here with a little bit of grip pad for your phones. USB is just there too as well, so you can plug your phone into that, as well as the AUX port just above it there as well. A couple different modes down the bottom here, so we've got a little drive mode. You'll see it come up into there. So again, we've got Eco, EV Power, EV Eco, and EV Normal as well. So the power is going to hold the gears, going to take off a bit quicker, turn into a little go-kart racer. We've got the traction control there, and we've got the EV mode there too. So that's going to run straight off the battery. As you can see there at the moment, it says unavailable, hybrid battery low, so you need to do a little bit of driving and charge that up enough to be able to run off it full time. Chuck that back into park for you. We've got an electric handbrake down here too, so the second we put into park, it automatically engages for us. As soon as we go into drive, turns off as well. So you still got the control to be able to do it yourself, so you can push that in. You see the light disappears, engage it again, and that light comes back up as well. So all completely controllable by yourself, as well as automatic as well. We've got a little auto hold button there. I love these for construction sites or traffic lights, things like that, where you're going to be stationary in drive for a period of time. Basically, you push that button, you leave it in drive, and the car's going to hold it there itself, so you can give your foot, your ankles a bit of a rest as well. Cup holders all down here. We've got a little accessory plug down in there as well, bit of storage of course there too. On the steering wheel itself, pretty simple. Wipers are all up on the left hand side there for you. Radio controls and everything are all up on here, so we can jump between little different menus, little sub menus down there. It's all your safety controls, whatever's playing on the radio, of course the same display that's up the top there, and all your little safety stuff there as well. So heaps of different little preset menus. Someone's in the way for all that. Heaps of little preset menus down there, digital look speed, all that kind of stuff, all operated from the steering wheel up here as well. So while you're driving, real nice and easy. On the right hand side, cruise controls up there, jump between the different radio stations and whatever, your Bluetooth, AM, FM radio and everything from this side. And then of course your lane departure controls there too. So again, you can adjust the sensitivity of it. And then we've got an adaptive cruise control and, forward collision mitigation as well. So if somebody in front of you just jumps on the brakes, slams on the brakes, the car's gonna basically brake in time as well if you don't react to it. Headlights are automatic. They've got an automatic setting over here. So Parker's headlights automatic down the bottom. Just leave it on automatic. They are light sensitive, so if you go into underground car parks, anything like that, they'll turn on and off as they need to. Otherwise, like I said, Parker's headlights, high beams, blinkers, they're all like normal down there too. We do have an automatic for the high beam setting down here as well, so we can turn that on and off with the high beam. So they're light sensitive as well. So if you're cruising along a dark road at night time and another car comes towards you, it will turn your high beams on and off as well. And you do have another little pivotal one there too, so you can actually pivot the angle of the headlights there too. So you can crank that right up, they're going to be right down, so driving along, again, rural roads, things like that, you want to get a bit more distance out of those lights. Otherwise, driving around town, crank it all the way down, and it's going to shine that light a lot further in front of you. Down on the right hand side here on the actual the driver's side door itself, so electric windows the whole way around, central locking, window locks there too, just stops anyone playing around in the back. You can control those mirrors there as well, so you can tuck those in electronically just from the push of that button there, and of course your mirror adjustments are just in the corner there too. I will leave this running for just a second because I want to pop that bonnet and show you the release under there. Got the fuel release just down there for you too, so I will leave this running for you. So it's going to start beeping for me because the engine's still running, but we've got the key, so it's just a little reminder that just in case you did forget to turn the engine off. There it is, hybrid motor. Still got the battery down there too. Incredibly well looked after, full service history. An absolute bargain at only $28,490 drive away. So thanks again to Neil, can't wait to hear your feedback soon.